Hello everyone, it's Mr. Kissinger at the Citizenship Academy in Syracuse, New York, and this is 5th grade math module 4, lesson 1. Today we're going to be measuring and comparing, it says we're going to be measuring and comparing pencil lengths to the nearest 1/2, 1/4, and 1/8 of an inch and analyzing the data through line plots. We're not going to be measuring and comparing the pencil lengths because I'm not sure that everybody has a ruler available necessarily at home. But we are going to be working with line plots and how to take data and put them on a line plot to the nearest half, 1/4, and 1/8 of an inch. So let's get started here, and we'll look at our data here on the right-hand side, and we'll take a quick look at this chart. And we have a number of different values of rainfall in inches here from 1/8 of an inch all the way up to 1 1/4 of an inch. So let's take a look at our directions. It says a meteorologist set up rain gauges at various locations around a city and recorded the rainfall amounts in the table below. Use the data in the table to create a line plot using 1/8 inches. So what I want you to do is, if you don't already have a piece of paper in front of you, grab a blank piece of paper, and you're going to draw a number line here. If you need to pause the video to do so, draw a number line so you can start to make a line plot. Remember, a line plot is sort of like a bar graph. It's just going to have x's, and the number of x's is going to tell us how many of that value we have for each value. So if I have 1/8, for example, I would have, if I just had one location that had 1/8, I would do 1x over 1/8. And we're going to do that in just a second. But again, if you have to pause the video, feel free to do so. And then we're going to get started here on our line plot. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to figure out where my line plot needs to begin. So I'm going to find my smallest number on my chart here. And it looks like my smallest number is 1/8. So I'm going to start my line plot at 1/8. Our directions tell us we want to create a line plot using 1/8 inches. So that's going to be our interval. It's 1/8 inches. So this is 1/8. Then we have 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and then 8/8 is 1. I'm going to label 1 here. 1 1/8, 1 2/8, 1 3/8. And I'm going to look for my biggest number here. Oh, 1 1/4. Well, I know 1 1/4 is the same as 1 2/8. So I really don't even need to go to 1 3/8. And I probably could have stretched this out a little bit further, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough room. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take first my smallest value, which is 1/8 here. And I'm going to look and see how many I have. And what I like to do is just cross them off as I put them into my line plot. So I'll take 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. I have 3 x's there. And I'm actually going to, before I move on any further, I'm going to change all my fourths into eighths, because we have our line plot split up into intervals of 8, or increments of 8, and I want to know what all these are in eighths. So 3/4, I'll have to multiply by 2, multiply by 2. That's going to give me 6/8. 3/4 we know, so I'll fill in all my 3/4 with 6/8. Now I have 1/4 times 2 times 2, and I'm going to get 2/8. So I'll fill in my other 1/4 with 2/8. I know that 1 is 8/8. I also labeled 1 here, so that'll be easy enough. And then I have 1 1/4, which is really 1 2/8. Times 2 times 2, Now we get 4 times 2 is 8, and 2 times 1 is 2. So now I have all of my intervals at eighths. What's the next eighth that I have? Well, I have 2 eighths right here. I have one of those, 2 eighths. My next 2 eighths here. 1/4 is 2 eighths. Do I have any other 1/4 here? It looks like I don't. All right. Next, I need to do 3 eighths. I have a 3 eighths here, just one of them. Put in my 3 eighths. 4 eighths would be 1/2. I don't see any 1/2s here. 5 eighths. Not seeing any 5 eighths. 6 eighths. Well, we have 6 eighths right here, which is 3/4. We have 2 of those. Oh, not right there. We got to be careful. 5 eighths. I want to make it 6 eighths, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eighths right here. There's 2 of those. I don't see any 7 eighths. Only ones I have left are 1 and 1 1/4. So I have 1 at 1 here. And then 1 and 1/4, and it was really 1 2/8. I have one of those as well. All right, so I have everything. 1/4, cross that out. And now I have everything plotted here on my line plot. So I can fill these in. I mean, I can count over on them, but just so I don't get confused, I can do 2 eighths, 3 eighths, 4 eighths, 5 eighths, 6 eighths, 7 eighths, and then I have 1 and 1/8, and 1 and 2 eighths. And question A asks us, which location received the most rainfall? Well, we can look at our line plot and we see that our furthest to the right on our line plot would have gotten the most rainfall. So let's think about that for a minute. So we have the most rainfall, location 1. Okay, yes. So we want to look at our amount, the one with our highest amount, which was right here, 1 2/8. And that's going to be location 6. So we write location 6. And which location received the least rainfall? So we look at what received the least rainfall. Well, that's 1/8. We have 3 different locations here. We have location 1, location 7, and location 10. Locations. Look again. 1, 7, 10. 1, 7, and 10. Then C says, which rainfall measurement was the most frequent? So the most frequent means which one occurred the most. So which one had the most, which measurement had the most locations have that same measurement? 1/8. We have 3 different locations that all had a measurement of 1/8. Make sure we put our unit there. This is that's in inches. What is the total rainfall in inches? So we'll have to add up all of our amounts of rainfall here. So we'll have 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 2/8 plus 2/8 plus 3/8 plus 6/8 plus 6/8 plus 1 plus 1 and 2/8. All right, so I have a lot of numbers here I have to add up, but I have two whole numbers here. I'll add those first. So I'm going to end up with 2. And then I have 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. That's 3/8. 2/8 plus 2/8 is 4/8. Plus 3/8 plus 6/8 plus 6/8. All right. So next, I'm going to condense this even a little bit more. I have, oh, don't forget my 2/8 over here too. So I'm going to add, well, I have 3 plus 4 is 7. And then I have 3 plus 6 is 9. And then 6 plus 2 is 8. And I know 8/8 is 1. So 3. And then I have 8/8. This is going to be 8/8 plus 1/8. So I have another. I know this is 1. So let's turn this into 1 first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 2 plus, and then 7 plus 9 is 16. 16/8 plus 1. Now that I have 16/8, I'm recognizing that 16/8 is the same as 16 divided by 8. 16 divided by 8 is 2. I have 2 plus, this is 2, plus 1. And I'm going to end up with 5. And it's 5 inches of rain altogether. So I did it this way just because that way you could just add a little bit at a time until you get to your final total amount in inches. The other way you might have done it is you might add up all of these fractions first. You might add 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 6 is 22, plus 2 is 24. And I might have gotten 24 over 8, or 24 divided by 8. And I have 1 plus 1. I might bring down my 1 plus 1 plus 24/8. I might go, hey, wait, look, 24 divided by 8 is 3, because I know that 3 times 8 is 24. So that 24/8 is actually a 3, and I'd have 1 plus 1 plus 3, and which would still get me 5. So anyway, there's no wrong way to add that as long as you're adding everything together and getting a total, and then you're making sure that you're dividing by 8 in the end to get yourself a whole number. And that will give you your total of 5 inches. So thank you guys for tuning in. That's all we have time for today, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.